shadow pick up. Which one? That one?
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Caught her by surprise?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Good afternoon and welcome to
Good afternoon
TFT,
and welcome.
Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon!
and me, Banshee. And no doubt, Sunny or Sassy. I doubt Shadow will come out.
Yeah, we know they're hoovering around.
Sunny just got up before we got started, so I know he's probably gearing up for his visit.
Yes, he's hurdling himself onto the stage here. Alrighty, so
yeah,
great
the most you're probably going to
everyone.
see of Shadow is in our introduction, because she just doesn't seem to come on set very often.
No, she's a little funny that way. Just a
Well,
little shadow. Okay, so
all right.
Here we are, September 12th.
Here we are. Oh, did I not turn on my fallish lantern? Here we go. All right. Well, you know, I am feeling the fall spirit, which is why I have some orange on here, but there's still a sun on here because, wow, it's going to be hot this next week, Mr. O.
Certainly here in our area, yeah.
So it's not quite fall yet, but I certainly feel the change coming. So thanks everybody for showing up. We're going to start with a card for the collective. And as usual, I feature an oracle deck and usually read their interpretation because I like to promote them. And also, they're good. So why not? We'll start the show that way. And I will let Mr. O pick one. We are using, again, oh, did I put the booklet back? It's easier for you to show that. There you go. We're using this card from Spirit's deck one more time. These are like little postcards that are supposedly coming from beyond the veil. Special message for us all. And it's by Colette Baron Reed, one of her many decks. And I like to bring it out at this time of year. But we'll be switching it up to something else next.
Oh, you're referring to our website there?
Oh, the website. Thank you. Thank you so much. We really have dropped the ball on our blog, though, but I rest assure you it's going to change.
I had one not too long ago.
Yes, Mr. O has been writing more than me, which is a shocker. Only because I am the writer in the family, and, you know, cancer's kind of kicked my butt a little bit, but I'm getting it together. All right. All right. What do you got there? What does it say on the back?
I could barely read it.
I know, because it's ethereal. It's come from the great beyond. It says... Uh-oh.
You
I
can't
can't
read it either?
It looks like blessed life. That's what it looks like to me.
I'll have blessed life for 100, Bob.
Goodness, I will have to look that up. But anyway, I'll have to use a magnifying glass on that one. All right, but dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and for everyone and make them right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying that burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others, and that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. And that's a message from Spirit.
Indeed. And I see Seven Ocean Skies has joined us. Hi there.
Hey, welcome to the show, Seven Oceans. Welcome back.
I guess it says Blessed Life. I just truly can't
I know,
tell.
I can't quite tell. Either Beautiful Life, maybe? But no, that definitely doesn't look like that.
And I know that somebody mentioned a certain kitty cat.
Oh, yeah.
So
Here
there
we
he
go.
is.
Sonny has arrived on set. Almost on cue. He's a little late today. He had to go grab a bite to eat. All right. Well, let's go on with the show. We've got a full lineup here, I see. Mr. O, do you want to go through your decks?
Yes, I brought one I haven't brought in a while. It's the Legend Arthurian Tarot. That's the back. And this one is the Three of Swords.
That one has no ambiguities, I hope.
Three of Swords.
I meant the deck.
Who knows?
We'll find out.
And then I brought the 13 deck, which is sort of a pseudo-gothic, or it is a gothic. And this is the back of that. They're very tiny, so they're nice to shuffle. And that's Major Arcana 13, Death. And I also have the Paul Hewson Dame Fortune's Wheel Tarot. There's the Fool. That's kind of like a more traditional French style or what have you. I also brought my Guillermo
Del Toro Tarot.
Guillermo del Toro Tarot.
Yes.
I may not read with this today. I'm getting closer to the idea of doing something with it. I might actually incorporate it into my Goth Tarot in the next month for the Halloween season. It has a lot of pips that are kind of plain, but the other cards are very woodcut, like the old, German woodcut style, I guess you would say. What do you got?
Well, enough about your decks, Mr. O.
Yes, enough about me, more about you.
Yay! That's right. Here is the Strength card in the Darkwoods Tarot. I like this deck. Sasha Graham, I believe, is the creator of that deck. It's not her artwork, though. Then, of course, the Happy-Go-Lucky Golden Girls Tarot for September. I like to bring it out in September. Bring it out of its hiding place. And then, of course, I've got the new Dancing in the Dark Tarot, and I love the Fool in this deck. Not only is she taking that leap off the cliff, she's dancing. She is literally dancing off the cliff. No, wait a minute. Supposed to be a good journey. And finally, this isn't seasonal, but it's a brand new deck that I've just unfurled. It's the, oh my gosh. What did I do with the box?
This one?
No. Oh. Chuckle. The Tarot at the End of the Rainbow, which seems to have a lot of leprechauns and fanciful creatures in it. It's really a nice deck. I like it.
Did it cost you a lot of gold?
I need a pot of gold the way these tarot decks are coming out lately, but I really do like it. And I was talking yesterday, Angel Rivera was here. Was it for happy hour I said something about it? Yeah. And I had mentioned that the deck was kind of, I didn't like the quality of the deck, but I do. I changed my mind completely. I do like the quality of the cards. They're thin. They make them flimsy these days, but they're still pretty nice. This is the Five of Cups in that deck. And I'll show the back of that. It's the first time.
Pretty.
Beautiful deck. And nice and colorful for our show.
So Shadow is here in spirit, as you can see by the backdrop for the cards. The fluffy, maybe her eyes are a little browner in that picture there, but
which, by the way, some of these cloths that we have are bought from Spellfire. Somebody, a vendor I've done business with from Twitter. So Fire Spell, Spellfire,
So,
I believe
yes,
is their business. It's a
we-
very cool.
We love
Love their
decorating
cloths.
our set with Spellfire cloths.
Yeah. So that's about it, I guess. We're ready to go. Oh, the Lenormand tiles. We'll be using it in by Jamie Sawyer. Oh, you want this? Okay, you want it that
Isn't
way?
it better that way?
Maybe.
Okay.
All right, yeah, because sometimes we have to cut the cards there. So these are by Jamie Sawyer. We'll be using the Lenormand tiles again. And without further ado, we're going to get going. You absolutely can get that reading, Seven Oceans. You are on the list, but you're further down. So should you have to leave, just you will be like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th person, in our live stream, okay? We'll do the reading whether you're here or not.
Yeah, that's
All right.
fine.
So you want week ahead. Let's make a note there. All right. All right, Aaliyah is first, and then Mama T, Lena, Libra Cusp, Sile, Lizzie Love. Welcome back, Lizzie. Angel Mary, and Seven Ocean Sky.
All right.
And Sunny is relaxing on my arm. You silly little guy.
Okay, there's
Something wrong
Aaliyah's
with your
question.
eye. Let me fix that. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Let's try that.
Oh.
So I feel.
Do you want to do 3 cards first?
Okay. But
I
how
mean,
about
I
if-
know it's a yes/no, but
How about if we use your deck then for that?
okay. I'm going to use Dancing in the Dark for that one. You're welcome, Seven Oceans. Oh my goodness. Sunny is, hey, Apple and Eve, good to see you.
Hi there.
Welcome to the Banshee Wet Hair Show. Just a lazy Sunday here at the Tarot for Today home.
I'm definitely a little lazy today.
It's been a morning.
I should have had that final cup of coffee, right? That would have given me a little more.
Perhaps.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so that's an interesting question, Aaliyah. So we're going to go at that.
Oh, that's really interesting. People do the craziest things on social media. Honest to goodness, I don't know. At its best, social media can be really fantastic. At its worst, it can be pretty darn ugly. All right. Well, this is the King of Pentacles reversed. Wow. We have Judgment reversed. And then the only positive card here is the Ace of Swords upright.
And that could just mean that maybe they're serious about what they're doing.
I know. They've really
know.
let me put it this way, Aaliyah. They've put a lot of thought into what they're doing.
Because I think we immediately feel that it does have a ring of truth to it.
Well, looking at these cards, I say yes, I think it does have a ring of truth to it. The Judgment card, I would say this, that, plans like that, with ill intent are subject to backfire or subject to some karmic retribution. I feel that, this is a bad judgment call on their part if they are doing this.
Yeah, that you took my words there, because that's really what I wanted to see into that. It really just, to me, honed in the idea that maybe this was a sketchy thing here that they had done. And so I more or less agree that it could be that they're the same person. The King of Pentacles reversed sort of also strikes me as somebody that could feel deceptive. Maybe it challenges security, it challenges, those kind of things. But I think we should probably still do a yes or no.
I think we should. I just wanted to comment on the King of Pentacles a little bit. I feel like maybe, that what this is also indicating, if you combine that with Judgment, is, like I talked about, karmic retribution, but also the fact that their efforts really are not going to bear the fruit that they desire, because that's the king reversed, don't you think? And
yeah, it sort of seems like this is going to really blow up badly.
I think at some point it's going to blow up badly. But let's grab that and let's do a yes, no, and see, and then we'll throw some Lenormand for you, Leah.
Mohaha.
Oh, Mohaha, welcome.
Hi there. Yes, you
we'll
can.
add you to the list, absolutely. Just give me a second. We're in the middle of a reading.
And if we mispronounce names or misgender or anything that we didn't intend to do, please do point it out to us, of course. We're happy to correct that.
Yep.
Alrighty.
All right, let me get Mohaha on the list. So we're doing Aaliyah's reading right now, and then Mama T, Lena, Libra, Sile, Lizzie Love, Angel Mary, Seven Oceans, Apple and Eve, and Mohaha.
Sideways Knight of Swords. Neither reversed nor upright.
Yeah, so let's see. Let's let that go.
Yeah, I just want to register that.
Okay. Noted. Noted, Mr. O.
But things that are neither one nor the other could be, who knows?
That's right. Little ambiguity there. All right, let me count them out and see what we have here. Okay. Thirteenth card.
Wow.
Well, okay. This reading is leaning towards no, but I definitely it's not a definite no, Aaliyah, so keep that in mind. We did get the Ace of Cups here, and we do have Temperance reversed, and on the other side of that Ace of Cups we have the World reversed. So I don't know if they're assuming this identity or if they have some certain connection with this identity. I think that's possible. I think they're up to something, and it's not very healthy.
There's a sense here of somebody who is really wanting to stir the waters in a bad way, maybe, just somebody that's a stirrer. Because normally the waters would be calming by the upright effect of temperance.
Right.
The World reversed, I'm going to just internalize that to say that that's the person's feelings, like their feelings of, non-perfection or that they're not complete unless they do whatever it is they're trying to do here, what they're trying to accomplish, that they're driven by that in a way. And of course, it's a negative goal, so it's bound to eventually, bite them in the rear.
Well, I'm going to go just slightly different. It's pretty connected with Mr. O, but basically, with this imbalance here, this, this disharmony within them right now, something maybe has provoked that. I'm not sure. I'm feeling that something may have provoked that. But the bottom line here is it's just not going to achieve the desired results. There's an incompleteness or a feeling of, well, I really got nothing out of that, didn't I? That's kind of the way I feel about it. Do you want to grab a Lenormand first, Mr.
Sure,
O?
but I just want to say, as brief as I can, which isn't usually brief, that it just seems like the whole atmosphere around a lot of dialogue and conversation between people that know each other, whether they're friendly or not, or formerly friends, or just people in all kinds of venues of discussion, It just seems like we're so much easier to be abrupt and rude, and it just seems like it's happening everywhere. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So I have drawn the child, and Banshee drew the ship.
I'm thinking, because I have two thoughts here. One possibly is, Aaliyah, that it is possible that this is just saying these moves that are going on now, whatever is happening here, are very childish ones. They're very, very childish ones. I also feel like, or immature might be even a better word. They really, maybe it's like they're thinking a lot about what they're doing, but how they're doing it seems like they're not doing it with a lot of thought here. Because, and the other thing I can say about this, it is possible that there will be a move, there might be steps taken away from doing this. Maybe they will slowly start to kind of back down. But I don't know. I'm beginning to think it's more the former, because we've had such not so good cards here.
Well, my feeling is that, especially after the last thing you said there about Sarah and No Name, that I'm actually wondering if, like, maybe it's not so much that they're really the same person or that they're just this vague unknown person, but maybe like they're sort of like, hold for it, antimatter twin flames. Like they're drawn to each other because they each have this sort of appetite for destruction or something like that. But maybe I'm just being silly. That's me, of course. I do feel that with the Lenormands over here, that maybe the situation is going to alter. I sort of look at the journey, the ship, and the child and saying, like, maybe this is a slow process of maturation, but maybe they might eventually decide they could be at least uninvolved. If they don't have anything good to say, why bother saying anything?
So that's what we have right now in the situation. I'm up in the air about whether they are actually the same person or not. I feel they're connected. So.
Yeah, twin flames is this more new age kind of concept, or maybe it's not really new age, about people possibly having a different kind of connection. It could be not disinclude romantic. I'm not the best one for talking about it. I've tried to look it up a little bit.
Okay, Mr. O.
It's interesting. And
I got to talk about new people on the list.
Okay, go ahead.
So we have Angel Rivera stopped in, and Sonali. Sonali, I just wanted to say that, if you can't stick around for your reading, we will do it. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're going to be the 12th reading on our live stream. So if you can't stay, we will do that for you. So we're done with Aaliyah. We're moving on to Mama T. And I'm going to go through the list again so Mo knows where they're at. Mama T, you are up. And then Lena, Libra, Sile, Lizzie Love, Angel Mary, Seven Oceans, Apple and Eve, Mo Angel Rivera, and then Sonali.
Okay, so I'm going to use the Legend Arthurian Tarot.
As you can see in the corner of your screen, Sunny is on my side here.
And this is a general reading for Mama Teresa. Yeah, that's fine. We will do your reading, Lena. Thanks for coming.
Yep, we'll do it, Lena. You'll be after Mama T. All right.
Didn't we used to have a boss that used to say, "Let's clear the decks for action"?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
That
You're going
one's
back like way back in history.
45 years ago.
Or so.
Yeah, right around the time we met.
Well, it was probably
a little bit after that.
A little bit after that.
Close enough. Hi, January girl. Hi, Estelle.
Oh my goodness. The gang is all here. All here today, and I can't shuffle cards, apparently.
Okay, so this one's for Mama Teresa.
Yep. Sorry if I moved the camera. Let me get people on the
We're
list.
good. Thank you, January Girl, but we won't disinclude you. And we do call for you, Mo. We call several times for a person if they are not a parent, and we give people a few minutes to get here. So you can always post a question, and we will always just do that if you say you're going to check it out later.
Mohaha, I did mention where you were on the list. You might not have heard, maybe you heard it, but you are after Mama T. There's a number of people in front of you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you are the 8th person after Mama T.
All right, Mama T. The Knight of Spears, which is the Knight of Wands, upright. The reversed 8 of Shields, which 8 of Shields would be the 8 of Pentacles. And then the Queen of Spears, so that's the Queen of Wands.
So it's the Knight and Queen of Wands?
Yes. And then a Knight of Pentacles.
All people cards.
Yeah. Which could just mean qualities, too. It doesn't necessarily mean people. Knights are coming of goings of things.
Right. So it's the Knight of Wands and what again? The Knight of Cups, right?
No, that's Pentacles.
Oh, it's Pentacles? Why does
Shields
that
are
look like...
Pentacles.
I'll be darned.
Shield.
I thought it looked like cups when I saw it, but they're shields. Let me look at your card. Oh, yeah. Okay. To me, it looked like a goblet.
Okay, well, let's gobble down our reading here.
Well, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles seems to be they're coming or going of matters connected with enterprise or business, and one is reversed, right? One is upright.
Right, the Pentacles.
The Pentacles.
Is reversed.
So, financial conditions may not be where you want it right now. They may not be that
sluggish.
They're sluggish. They're slow. But it shows you hard at work at changing that with that Knight of Wands upright.
Absolutely. And then with the Queen of Wands, that's sort of saying that there's a level of attraction or power that you yourself might be able to bring to the situation. Maybe it's just having good things to say to people or ways to convince people to help you if that's what you're looking for, or to also just direct people towards a function you might need them to do. So it's kind of like about delegation.
Well, it's interesting too to me because the Queen of Pentacles Wands is very charismatic and very magnetic and attractive. So this might be saying that, I'm thinking about your business now too, because if this is connecting with that somehow, Mama T, it might be saying you are doing the right thing, moving your business forward by making it look more attractive to people. Giving them something they want to look at and see. And so the more you get that out there and the better presentation you give it, the more business will be attracted to you. So money conditions are transitory right now. Right now they're not where they need to be. It's just a
bad business thing maybe.
But that could change. So I'm going to pull Lenormand and see. I'm really thinking it's talking about that somehow, Mama T. Wow, you got the star and you got the letter, and boy, do I have something here for you. So basically, I think your success is going to come in how you communicate with others. And also, you will get messages that will give you hope. So in other words, if people have, for example, been writing to you about your jewelry, or you've been seeing more likes or retweets or things like that, I think this is highly connected here, and that there is reason for hope, through marketing, through getting the word out, and through messaging.
So these things actually kind of coincide with the outer cards there too, in a way.
Yeah.
And it is really saying about the amount of detail and yourself that you put into communications will, convey the idea that you have an honest personality and you have things to offer, and will pave the way for, increasing success.
Putting your best self forward will move your business along. Hey, and that's what I have for you. Wow, Mama T, pretty good stuff. You've been having some pretty good cards lately, I think.
All right.
All right, so Lena, you are up, and Lena wanted a general reading, so we're going to get to that. Hey, Angel Rivera, you were not here at the beginning of the show. I mentioned the Over the Rainbow, or whatever it's called, tarot, and I want to retract what I said the other day. I actually like the finish on the cards. It's a little better than I thought. They're thin, like they're making them now, but actually they're pretty easy to shuffle, and I think they'll wear okay. So I have to backtrack on my statement. And I'll be using them today as well on the show.
You're welcome, Mama Teresa.
You are welcome. Woohoo!
So
Good to
that's
hear.
a divine
Lena's
message for
general.
her sister? Okay. Can
Lena's,
we use my deck?
no, did she say divine message for her sister? It
Or
was a
she
general
did.
reading, I thought. Divine message for sister was Sonali.
Whoops, sorry.
A general, she said at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it.
I confused them. Well, it's your deck.
No, I thought it just... Oh, no, yours. Yes. Okay. Let's use the dark wood right now. Oh, Sonny. He has taken my space away again. You know you have.
So earlier today, Banshee was on with Material Matters. We were both in the chat room. We saw a couple of you there. So thank you for joining us. And that was the weekly Tarot Keys to Success. So check that out if you want.
And hey, one of my buddies who who's a partner in crime in a podcast called The Edge of the Rabbit Hole, which is all about the paranormal world and paranormal stuff, which I'm very much into too, hauntings and the like, cryptids, skinwalkers, UFOs. The Edge of the Rabbit Hole is on every Tuesday night, and she came to visit my Material Matters show today, watched my video. So very happy to have her there. Victoria Monday.
Sunman is watching you, shuffling. Hello, Sunman.
All right.
Oh, you're going to let me shuffle?
No. I'm not going to let you shuffle. Sonny will shuffle for you. He's ready and waiting here.
He probably would drop less on the floor.
He would love to get his paws on the cards. Well, I guess it just took me shuffling them really good, Angel, to decide, hey, I like this deck, actually. So, not sure about my other one, my Surrealist Tarot, and it's going to be a little bit before I use that one, I think. It is way out there, but that's surrealism for you.
Okay, General for Lena.
Lena, uh-oh. We start with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, followed by Strength reversed. Doggone it. Look what's back. The Ace of Swords reversed. Wow, Lena. Well, you remember, this is just a general, and it's probably for the next week or two. Things are...
Not a good week to start new things.
No. Not a good, it's like your mind is not on, your mind is not in tune with things, with where things need to be. And maybe as the Wheel of Fortune is taking a turn down, you might feel like everything seems against you this week, or why isn't anything working out? Well, I think Strength reversed is saying don't be too hard on yourself, This is a time to maybe work on you and just rebuild your self-confidence and strength a little bit. And we all have bad weeks. We all have times when the wheel turns the wrong direction. And the one positive about that is it's never a constant thing. It keeps turning. So it's bound to come back up again. You just have to go with the flow and realize that things are going to be kind of slow and not going in the right direction this week.
Well, Lena, really life does happen, and, you could say, oh, I've never known anybody who had their house swept away in a flood or burnt. We did. We had an arson ourselves. And so this is saying there are circumstances that could be happening that are external to you, don't get down on yourself. These are things that you may not have control over. They may actually be things you just can't avoid happening. So this is not the greatest time to start anything new. That's what I get from the Ace of Swords. Any projects you might have been thinking to start, maybe you just need to kind of hunker down for a bit and wait it out.
More.
And it could be anything. It could be, just some various unrelated events that kind of, pull your stamina or inertia to move forward apart. Like maybe you just have to wait and regroup over the next week or two. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a Lenormand. I'm exactly right. The home.
Oh, yeah.
Hunker down around your home, maybe.
Oh.
But, of course, there is the ship, which implies movement, a journey, traveling.
I don't know that you are planning on a move, but maybe what the ship is saying is it's time to focus on the home front and make some changes where you live that will make you feel more stable, secure, and comfortable. Our home is our refuge, and maybe there's just some things that you can focus on the home front to make yourself feel better there.
So what I said before was about external circumstances. Maybe this is saying if you can't control what's out beyond your home, you can at least bring good things to your home. So that's what you should do for the next week or two. Just sort of see what you can do around your home to make your life feel better, because you can't control, what may be outside your door. And that's what we have for you, Lena. So thank you.
Yep, good luck with that, Lena.
Good luck.
I feel this is very transitory. With the wheel there, it usually indicates that. So it's not going to be a long-lasting situation. All right, Libra Cusp is up, and then Sile. Sorry, I see your question, Sile.
We'll refer to it.
You can leave it there. Don't retract it, and we'll go with Libra Cusp and then Sile. And then Lizzie Love will be after that. Angel Mary, Seven Oceans, Apple and Eve, Mohaha, Angel Rivera, Sonali, Acel, and that's...
So that's a general reading for Libra, right?
Oh, did she say two? I don't remember.
Yes, I see it there, Libra.
All right.
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
So I'm going to use the Dame Fortune's Wheel Tarot, which has pretty colors, but the art is sort of reminiscent of older French-style tarot from 16th or 17th century, Marseille.
All right.
I pretend I know what I'm talking about.
You pretend well, Mr. Scorpio.
Maybe.
You could have fooled me.
But I was an actor. So...
All right, Mr. O.
Right. Okay, so that's strength. Fortitude is strength. It's reversed.
That came up in the last reading.
And this one, it's number 11. And
yeah,
some
right.
decks
So it's right.
Yeah. Then we have the Nine of Swords, which is upright.
You just reminded me.
And then we have the Three of Cups, and that's upright. So that's a nice one there. So I would imagine it's saying that maybe you don't feel at your strongest right now, and maybe you feel that other people's problems are occupying you or causing you worries. But really, there's something, there maybe that you should not ignore, which is that while you may have people who have some contrary sufferings going on, you also have some people maybe who are celebrating good things, and they would include you with that. So I sort of get the idea that you have a mixed bag right now, and you mostly just need to kind of hang in there. Try not to let other people's problems be too occupying. And maybe some of that could be more personal, but a lot of times the Nine of Swords talks about things that are not very immediate to us, but they still might have a resonance. You can kind of control how that works.
Mr. O and I kind of always look at the Nine of Swords a little bit differently, but he is definitely valid because there's all these cards have a lot of nuance to them, and the Nine of Swords to me feels like it's personal. Feels like there's something, Libra, that, that I'm not going to say you obsess over, but it causes anxieties and worries, and sometimes these anxieties and worries are overblown. I think that's really the answer here with the Nine of Swords, but you just don't realize that yet. So you fret and you worry, and sometimes those things can affect you. It can affect your health, it can affect you emotionally, it can affect how you respond to people. So I think that right now, just recognize that sometimes what you feel is not necessarily the reality, and that there is cause right now to feel a whole lot better about things. The Three of Cups is indicating a celebration of some sort, or, some enjoyable situation with family or friends, mostly friends. I like to look at this card as kind of a camaraderie sort of card when it's not necessarily a love relation,
Okay,
reading.
sure, yeah.
And I feel like there's a celebration in the offing. Maybe that will come once you come to the realization that a lot of what you've been worrying or fretting about really is unfounded.
Right, and we're not trying to trivialize that at all. Everybody has to go through that process of deciding for themselves. And this may be just saying, give it another look, that some of this is really not as attached as you may have thought it was.
Do I go first?
Yep.
Oh.
I know you're there.
So, we have
The Cross.
the Cross and the
Rider.
Rider. So what does this tell me? It could be two things. One is better than the other. The Rider might be saying maybe this is coming from some news you received or some messages, because the Rider's about news and information, and the Cross is about grief and stress. The Cross fits right perfectly in with that Nine of Swords card. So it's really interesting that this came up here, Libra. I also feel what this could mean, because the Rider is also about movement. Wherever you see the Rider, he's either on a horse, he's moving. And so I feel, because he's the Rider, right? So I feel that you are moving away, or actually you are moving through this period of grief right now. You're moving through it. But, it takes time. And when I say grief, I'm talking about the same thing as the Nine of Swords. The anxieties, the stress, whatever's been worrying you. You have to work through it. You have to move through it. I think that's what this is basically saying.
I would agree with all that, and I would just say that sometimes, you need to find something that really takes you away from all that, and maybe that's just being able to sit down and let other people enjoy happiness. So maybe this could indicate you go to a party or a wedding or some little thing that's not about you so much, but it will help remove you from having to think about your problems too much. So find happy things that you can do, whether they're with people or not, that can remove you from having to look too much into yourself. You need to have a more lighthearted look, maybe, to some degree.
That's what we have for you, Libra. Good luck with that. Now I got to figure out what happened to my list. I think Sunny knocked it off the table here. All right, so Sile, you are up and you wrote a lot. That's okay.
That is totally okay.
I am going to look at it right now, but let me go through the list.
It's actually pretty helpful.
Sile is up now, and then Lizzie Love, Angel Mary, Seven Oceans, Apple and Eve, Mohaha, Angel Rivera, Sonali, and Acel. So let me take a look at what we have here.
Well, I think you're basically asking us if we would see that maybe in an ultimate future of some sort that you and TN are together, or again, I think that's what you're sort of asking, but you're giving us a lot of other information too, which is fine. your deck?
All right. Yes.
Okay.
Got it here. All right. So basically, you're trying to figure out if there is a relation, hope for the future.
It feels like you sense to some degree a karma or something that bonds you on another level, like maybe that there was a past relationship, the soulmate or the twin flame concept. And like I mentioned before, I don't totally understand the twin flame concept. I sort of see that it's similar to soulmates, but I can see that there's some things that are different there.
I don't completely go there, but what I would say to you is that I feel like there are people who, may have connections from past lives or whatever, souls, connected souls, if you want to talk about twin flame, but sometimes they're just not going to connect the same way in this life. They're not meant to. And as we know, we've shared probably past lives with many, many, many people, and we don't always connect up in this life. There may be people out there somewhere that I've shared past lives with that I'm not going to be sharing this one with.
Right. Some philosophies of thought say there are just a magnitude of souls, billions, over the many, eras of our life. And so it's just sort of kind of hard to see that. Okay, so that's the Two of Pentacles?
There's the Two of Pentacles reversed. I also have the King of Wands reversed. Boy, this is so interesting, Sile. The High Priestess reversed.
So it does have a feel of karma in some way or something,
Well, not just karma, but also this inability to really understand what signs and signals you're getting. I feel here with the High Priestess reversed that there is like psychic confusion here, don't you? And then we have the Two of Pentacles reversed, which is about this, there's like some imbalance here or things not like connecting properly.
Well, the Two of Wands is in the middle, so I almost wonder if that's a proxy.
That's the King of Wands.
King of Wands, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Either way, I still thought it was sort of a proxy, possibly, for Tien, and that he is on both sides of an equation here, represented by twos, which represents a lot of duality concerns. But when they're reversed, then it could talk like there's some confusion elements, or there's some elements that maybe are challenges or limitations. No?
No, we don't do that much really heavy in astrology, so
It's nice to know the general, but we don't need real specific.
yeah. I feel here that, the King of Wands reversed indicates that this person has some struggles right now, of their own. I feel that they are kind of not in a really great place right now. They're aggressively trying to push something forward, and it's frustrating them because things are moving too slow for them. And I don't think this necessarily has anything to do with you. It's something I'm picking up with them, which is why I'm saying it. Sorry. If I look at that in the context of the reading, though, I would say that there's not a lot of signs here for a reconnection. And I feel that you are getting mixed psychic signals about this. And it's possible, Sile, it's because of your feelings of still some longing there. And, it might be also making you see things either that aren't there, or it's making some things pop up because you want them to be there. Sometimes our will can do that.
Well, another way of me looking at this is saying that maybe some of this represents your psychic energies or feelings about them not understanding maybe what you feel is your deeper connection. And then this might be that other person, that girlfriend, and maybe they're struggling with their own ideas that they don't feel like there's a balance in their life because there's an inner torment with this person, as Banshee has mentioned, that they're maybe have misplaced some of their energies and that they use more aggression when they don't need to. I'm not saying that they're fighty kind of person necessarily, but that they're, maybe somebody that will, tell somebody what they think, that they're too blunt or that they're opinionated in certain ways.
I feel like we need to do a quick yes/no. Let's just do a quick. The thing is that let's just see if there is this. Well, is this person possibly going to be a future husband?
Yeah, that's
this
a good thing
right
to do.
now. The cards we saw really don't indicate that, but I want to see what these say.
They indicate that this is a time that maybe they're analyzing themselves, but not necessarily for the reasons you may be. And if the weird events that are happening are things that happen simultaneously or just are happening to them, but they're also happening to you without a connection, that is interesting. It may be that that's what those cards indicated, though, that some of that is giving them room for thought about what's going on in their own lives. They might be trying to understand what is mystical or unexplainable in their own lives that they're trying to get to handle. And so maybe there is a connection.
Divine You, hello.
Hi, Divine You. Thanks for joining us. All right, Banshee, you can count.
I will. Stay there. Here he goes, taking a... See how he keeps moving himself closer? I have no room to even lay out the cards.
Not even clever.
Oh, my. First card.
No, that's fine, Divine.
What does this mean? What the heck? All right, Seeley. You know what? We had a definite yes here when we asked if this could be your future husband. Really, it's tough when somebody's in a relationship, a different relationship, and then I have to give you a message like this, because it's hard to say what the future really truly holds. At this point in time, I think the tarot is saying there is a likelihood here, but from what we're seeing from the other cards, it is not even close to being a consideration at this moment. Is that how I would say it?
You can certainly say it that way.
But you got 3 aces here, which means definitely yes in our tarot reading. And I love this deck. And by the way, since it is tarot at the end of the rainbows are almost in every card, as you can see. And so, because it's really funny, because as mixed up as you feel about some of the signals that you're getting, I'm kind of feeling a little bit mixed up about the cards too, in a way.
I'm almost speechless, and that's pretty rare. I might have felt just slightly less than she did about the original 3 cards. I sort of feel that High Priestess could be you on the outside looking at him and thinking that way, but it could also be their own sense of realizing that something is not balanced in their life. And of course, that was the other card too, the balance. And so maybe this idea is that somewhere in their heart, in their soul, there may be this tiny idea, but it doesn't really give us more than that, other than what it says could ultimately possibly happen.
Well, so here's the thing. Do I tell you that you should just wait forever for this person to come around because it's good? The cards say yes. I would say no. You have to move on with your life because there's possibly somebody else equally, enchanting to you that you could connect with. So I feel like keep this in mind and don't write him off completely, but don't let this stop you from exploring other relationships and other opportunities for growth. Go ahead.
And sometimes they say there are certain people and certain types of signs or zodiac makeups that make it harder for some people to move on. You might have that. Some signs have that. They have harder times letting go, moving on. They retain their feelings for a long time. That does you credit. That's a good thing for you. But like Banshee says, it shouldn't rule out the idea that you do need to consider what you do need to lift you up emotionally or in other ways. So that's what we have for you.
So the prospect is he could be a future husband, but there's much work he has to do. Do you want to grab the Lenormand already? It's waiting for you today. All right, here's an interesting thought. We've got this here. It looks as though that maybe sometime in the not too distant future, maybe within the next month or two, it's possible you might get some news or word that will point you in the right direction, that you will understand more of the signs and things and what they meant. I feel like some news is going to come to you either about what's going on in that person's life and how it's going to impact you in the future, so that you will decide on which direction you need to take. It looks as though something's going to come, some news, and you're going to act on it and finally say, okay, my course is set.
In the looking at that really, if that's that deeper, so true blue feeling for you, then a few weeks, a few months, a few years may not really mean anything if it's really that soulful of a connection. And I'm looking at what you're saying there, Sagittarius, Gemini, full moon. If I recall right, Sagittarius and Gemini are opposite signs. So you have a lot of opposite energies. I'm not saying that means you're unbalanced, but I just sort of think that they sort of collaborate in a way. I'm really curious now what their sign is. So if you could just briefly tell us, I just might have another comment.
Well,
there.
we got to move
but we
along,
do got to
though.
move on.
But thank you, Sile, and do come back and ask more. Feel free. We're here every week.
January girl, not only is the stuff hard, but sometimes it's just kind of weird because there's a lot to be thought of here.
Hey, Lizzie Love, you are up, and then Angel Mary, Seven Oceans, Apple and Eve, Mohaha, Angel Rivera, Sinali, Acel, and Divine You. Aquarius rising, Sun in Scorpio, lunar eclipse, Taurus moon. Wow. Oh, thank you, Sile.
Yeah, okay, you're welcome, yes. I don't often see, sometimes some astrologers think that you're always best compatible, believe it or not, with any person that's within 30 days of your sign. But you could be the sign next over and still be more than 30 days apart if you're at one end and they're at the other end, that kind of thing. So it's interesting. I sort of feel like all those things in a person's chart really helps to give a better picture of where their residences may lie. So good luck.
Hey, Lizzie Love, are you with us?
Hi, Lizzie. I hope you're still with us. Sunny appreciates your love too, Seeley.
Aww.
So it's my deck again, right?
Yep. We'll give Lizzie just another minute or two, and a reminder that Mr. O's Goth Tarot will be on Wednesday. Goth Tarot's a video that talks about people's shadow work and shadow aspects, which is very important to our health and well-being as well as our light side.
Yes.
Yes. And speaking of light side, do come to our happy hours every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yeah, we've
Hello.
decided to settle on the time of Saturdays at 10 a.m. There may occasionally be a reason we might preempt it, but generally speaking, we figure we're good for at least 3 a month. We're hoping. So we're still waiting on Lizzie Love.
All right, well,
Give her a few more seconds.
1 more minute, and then we'll move on. Maybe we'll try to squeeze her back in if she comes back. Hey, Angel Mary, why don't you go ahead and type your question, and if Lizzie comes in, we'll try to fit her in too. Lizzie, are you back? I see somebody popped in the room.
Okay, message from your future spouse.
All right, Angel Mary. Now, that's not a question we're often asked. That'll be interesting. All right. Ah, Sonny. He's ever so carefully trying to nudge closer to you, Mr. O.
He's a clever one.
He is. Either that or he just wanted to get more of his body on camera. You see that little part of him there on the screen? It's crazy. Oh, I guess it wanted to cut there. Princess of Wands reversed.
So that would be the page.
Okay. The Sun reversed. Six of Cups reversed. Are all your cards reversed? My goodness, no, they're not.
And you can tell from the...
Yeah, I know, by the cross. I can tell with those new deck, too. The rainbow deck has that problem. Well, they're all reversed, which, sheesh. So, message from future spouse. I think that the message is that, it's going to take time before they surface in your life. I think the message is this. It's going to take time. And I feel as though... Oddly enough, I don't know why I feel this, but I feel as though when things look hopeless, when you think, I'm just never going to find someone, I am just never going to find the perfect person for me, the sun reversed here, that it will turn around. I feel that that's when this person will show. Now, I don't know how the Six of Cups fits into this. I still have to think about that a little bit.
Well, I think with that one, that is saying that to some degree, you've kind of dwelled on this, or that you've made it have a stronger priority than is really possible to manifest at this time. And that really what this amounts to is that the spirit has not seen enough progress in other areas of your life. Perhaps it wants you to have other experiences or other knowledge that you must do on your own, and so it's waiting before it can bring that opportunity to you. That's also the page reversed there, the princess reversed.
Hey Lena, you are the third reading we did in the live stream, so yes, you'll have to reverse.
Yeah.
We've already done 2 after yours, so...
Right, so it is past. You want to go back at least 15 or 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like what you said there with the Six of Cups. I feel like maybe too, this is also going to happen for you after you have had some difficult, some relationships that just haven't worked out. I'm thinking that this is not about your childhood past or things that you've been holding on to. This is talking future, because you asked about your future husband. And so what this is saying is that, that you are going to be going through you will have gone through some failed partnerships before you find success. I really think that that's what the future husband is saying here is I'm out here, but it is not my time yet.
Right. It's not the time yet. You may have other experiences to learn from other people. Nothing too dramatic, nothing harmful. But this person, neither of you are ready for each other is what it's looking like.
Yeah. So let's do Lenormand and see if we can't. It's up your turn, I think. I don't remember. I don't remember.
The garden
Yeah.
and the rider.
I'm going to let you go first on this.
Okay, well, I believe that what this is saying is you need to, you will find news, you will find information about this person perhaps, but only by having interacted with other people first, that you won't meet them off the bat. You may have to meet other people who will eventually introduce you to them, that it's really going to take more time for the future spouse to kind of manifest in your life. That's why it's really hard to get the exact idea of what the message is, but a message may be coming to you somehow, but it really will involve you interacting more with a wider circle of people perhaps that are into that idea of dating or things like that.
I feel this is, again, Angel Mary, I feel this is an indication that this person is out there. And maybe they're on the move, and they're on the move to getting closer to you, but they, you're going to really encounter them maybe at some type of social gathering or some, something bigger. Like, for example, maybe even at school. This is not a card of school per se, but it is a card of like places where people gather, so there's a lot of people. And so I feel like when the time is right, this person will be met there, and they are on the move. They will somehow enter into some situation where you will find each other, but it doesn't seem like it's happening anytime soon.
And it may be that all of this is really talking about you understanding that in preparation for this to actually happen, that some of this is about you putting more attention on it, and it sort of keeps it at bay. The less you think about it, the more likely nature will take its course.
That's what we have for you. Just giving Sunny a little love here. Angel Mary, good luck. Sorry about that. Boy, everything is like delay right now for you, with what we've been reading. I hope things do clear up for you soon.
Sure.
Good luck with that, Angel
I do.
Mary.
Good luck. Okay.
Lizzie Love, did you come back? I think not. But we'll still keep you on the list. So if you do show up, let us know. And then we have Seven Oceans wanted a reading for the week ahead.
Okay.
So we're going to do that. Oh, thank you, Angel Mary. And then Apple and Eve, Mo Haha, Angel Rivera, Sonali, Asel, and Divine You. So no, you didn't miss your turn, Angel Rivera. We're still working through the list. And so we're going to do that reading for... Seven Oceans.
Sorry, yawning a little bit. Oh, you're still with us then? Okay.
Ah, okay. Very good.
This was a general for next week?
I think, yes, it was. General for next week. The week ahead.
All right.
Yeah, Sonny, you can sit here. Because everybody likes to see you. I'm watching you with my cards. Sorry, Sonny. All right.
Hi, Marcia.
Hey, Marcia, I'll add you to the list. The 10 of Wands is reversed. Well, va-va-voom here. It's funny, I love this card. The Chariot, upright. The Eight of Wands is reversed. Why does that happen? Why does that happen? Because basically, Seven Oceans, the Chariot, and the Eight of Wands, they're almost opposite in a way. But maybe not. Actually, I can sort of see something here. And it is kind of an interesting week, I would say. On the one hand, the Ten of Wands is indicating it's time. It's time to either ask for a helping hand or look for ways to alleviate some burdens. It looks like you are. That maybe things are going to be easing up for you in the week ahead. And that's what you're moving towards because maybe you feel like you've just kind of been exhausting yourself lately. Either you've been working too hard or you've been stressing about something. It just seems as though, your energy feels kind of spent.
Okay, Marcia, it's better if you wait until we call for you to ask the question. Or if you can't stay, you can just tell us to leave the question.
Right, you can write the question and I'll make a note of it. And we'll do the reading whether you're here or not, because we still got a bit of a list.
You're down the list.
Why don't you, before we start,
Sure.
think of the cards a minute. I'll go over the list right now so everybody knows where they're at. We are on Seven Oceans right now, Apple and Eve, Mo Haha, then Angel Rivera, Sonali, Acel, Divine You, and Marcia. So that's where we're at right now.
Okay, Seven Ocean. I think Banshee's got most of this pretty right here. It does seem to me like maybe there's a situation where the amount of energy, motivation, or there's another word I'm looking for. Drive. Motivation, drive, optimism that you're using in the week ahead is not going to pay off quite as well. That there's still things to move, things that are holding you back, and some of it may be that really it is a question about how much of this drive you're going to be able to bring there. That in concept you feel you have this drive, but in physicality there may be an energy drain happening, or that the situations of next week really are draining to you, mostly because they feel like they limit you or they hold you back. So it's mostly going to be your attitude to be plucky and direct and really just sort of grab those reins and move it along will make as much of a difference as it can.
I kind of feel if you move forward with either asking for help if you feel overburdened at work or in your personal life, let's say family is not helping you with the work around the house, whatever the case may be, if you move forward with trying to alleviate, some of the burdens that you're feeling right now that are just weighing you down, not allowing you to move towards your goals, what's really important to you, you will feel less spent. You will feel better.
And I think some of this too is like it really grates on you because you're not the kind of person to really let limitations hold you back. So if it feels this way to you, that's really bothering you, and you're going to just really try harder to get beyond it.
Bam.
Bam, child,
Maybe.
and ring.
All right. Well, so what does this mean to me? This could indicate a couple of different things. I think you have to, I think what it is saying, one thing that you can do is to don't overcommit yourself. The child is about small things. In other words, I think what it's saying here is reduce the amount of commitments you have in the week ahead. We can only do so much, And so I feel, and I will just say it, if you're in a relationship right now and, you have a significant other, if they're demanding too much of your time, your energy right now, and that's part of what's going on here, tell them, hey, I've got to slow it down. We got to take this easier, We have to slow down. I'm just overburdened right now. Something is saying here to reduce the amount of commitments you have of your time, your energy, or your resources.
So the idea of the ring and commitments is not just about relationships. No. It could be talking about the overall situations of next week for you, but it could be talking about other kinds of relationships too, not necessarily primary ones. So if there are other close relationships, maybe some of those have been feeling like there's limitations or challenges there. You want to approach them maybe more of a slow way. And so in that sense, maybe the child is really saying, keep a handle on your energy. Don't overexpend your energy on something that maybe is going to need a longer range approach.
I hope this made sense to you, but that's what we see for your week ahead. Good luck with that. 7 Oceans. Apple and Eve, you are up. And after Apple and Eve is Mohaha, then Angel Rivera, Sonali, Acel, Divine You, and Marsha. Okay.
Okay. So, curiously enough, okay, were you Guinevere maybe? Because I've decided to use the Legend Arthurian Tarot. Maybe you were somebody in King Arthur's court. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
So, but I am going to use the Arthurian Tarot, and let's see what's out there. I like it because it's got that cool little labyrinth on the back. Whoops, I'm not showing it.
No, you're not.
Oh, stop it, Richie.
I tease him so. Wow, what flew out there?
Well, I know that you can appreciate this Apple and Eve because of the way cards fly out. It's the Six of Swords. I'm just going to give this its own reading right now. And of course, the Six of Swords often talks about leaving something that was troubling or just not fulfilling and moving to where the waters seem to carry more life and more activity.
Why do I also see that as tying into this looking back at past lives, Maybe this is a journey to look through at the past life.
It's what we're doing now.
Interesting.
To see, what messages are the ones that are the most important. What are the ones you want to leave behind?
Wow, could he take up more space here? Now he's decided to take up my space here for shuffling and here.
Yeah, I didn't have the camera on it, but it flipped out so funny. That was really cool. It reminded me of some of your readings when they flip out.
Oops. Hey, I'm sorry. Don't you yell at me. Hey, look at him. Look at him.
He's either trying to push it away or pull it in closer.
He's stopping me.
Oh, my goodness.
And, yeah, now get the table in my way on this end. Are you trying to tell me I'm shuffling too much, Sonny? I'll take that as a hint. I'm going to put this one here.
Okay.
My goodness.
All right.
Yeah, he's in wrestle mode. He's going to take the whole set down if I let
Okay,
him.
we have Judgment
reversed.
reversed. We have the Three of Swords upright. And then we have the Five of Cups, and that one is reversed.
Wow. You want me to go or you want to go?
Well, I'm wondering if there's some past life where maybe a key separation or a key heartbreak didn't provide lessons or were hard to understand or incorporate lessons, not necessarily just for you, but maybe for the other person. So I'm thinking it has bearing on today, because maybe with the Five of Cups, the situation says it could be reapproached, and maybe some of those issues that were there could maybe sort out in a better way. So maybe what the message is saying is that things from the past that were hurtful and maybe didn't seem to have understanding, maybe this time around something will click better with them.
Wow, with Judgment reversed, I definitely see a karmic thing going on here. So if there have been struggles, well, and it's relating to some heartbreak or sorrow. So if there have been struggles, in your current situation, this might be related to the fact that maybe in this past life, you didn't know when to pack up what remained from the situation you were in and move on to greater opportunities.
Is that the Six of Swords that I dropped earlier?
No, it's
But it
the
fits,
five.
though.
No,
Okay.
maybe. I don't know why I keep thinking that Six of Swords is just about the journey, and it was upright. It's about the journey. What I'm looking at here is the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is kind of like, when it's reversed, it's taking, it's basically saying, there are other opportunities out there. We don't have to dwell on what we've lost. So what I'm thinking here is this past life, this karmic past life, was about this heartache that you couldn't let go of. And so you missed the opportunity to move in a more positive, direction. I don't know if this is going to make sense. I just feel like what?
It's kind of bammy.
It's kind of bammy to you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it needs to be bammy to Apple and Eve. So, but I feel like maybe something here about knowing what to take out of that experience, this current situation experience, and to leave the rest go, let the rest go, and move forward on opportunities that are presenting themselves, that are out there, or that that are out there, and you need to explore. I don't know. You want to add anything to that?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I still sort of feel like the Six of Swords, one way or the other, is talking about what you learned, what you incorporated, but maybe it still says something else wasn't. It's a sense of incompleteness is what I feel from it. Stork and Garden.
So, I feel like you're...
I'll get it.
Oh, thank you.
I did it already.
All right, so I think here we have a situation where change may come to you in how you God.
Some of this feels
Go
like we
ahead.
know it, and some of it feels like we're grappling with it.
I feel like there's change afoot here, or moves that you're going to make in regards to your outreach to a bigger community. This is social gatherings, this is social media, this is a lot of things the garden could encompass here. And I feel like the change is there. There's a change coming there, or a move of some sort. But I guess if I'm looking at this in relation to your past life, because I don't know why I'm suddenly seeing this as being part of the present, but I
Right, I
should
don't
be
feel this
looking at
connects
this
to the
from the
past life.
past life. I think what it is saying is that maybe this message is indicative of what you need to change in the present situation somehow. Do you know what I mean?
No, this one really confused me, and I'm not sure if I just lost my. You're more right on than I am, Banshee.
You're stuck.
I'm stuck. I want to pull the bottom card really bad because I've been feeling that for the
You
last
didn't
moment.
change your cards? Okay, go ahead.
And it's Ten of Cups reversed.
Well, again, see, this all flies into this feelings of sorrow and sadness over something that was lost, in that past life.
A part of me says that you were able to understand that even if you didn't want to change it, but another part says you didn't want to understand it, or you couldn't accept it, but still you were able to move on. That's what I think the Six of Swords said, was you did move on even if you didn't understand it all. What does the Ten of Cups mean?
Well, the Ten of Cups reversed to me is disappointments, unhappiness, not finding the joy. But I'm looking at that card still in relation to that, since you pulled it, to that past life scenario. And so I feel here again, it ties into that Three of Swords. I feel that there's just was a real heaviness and an unhappiness out of a loss that you occurred. It's possible, I'm just going to say this, Apple and Eve, that in this past life, you may have lost a child. I don't know why I'm picking that up.
These two represent opposites to me.
The stork is here too.
These two represent opposites, and this is saying that in the present, this isn't really about those past lives. There sort of is this want to move beyond these things, which is also that Six of Swords in a way.
We're really stumbling, but I want to wrap it up because I know we have to move on. But this is really an interesting reading because I really feel like whatever you lost in this holding on, an inability to really let go. Sometimes we have to let go of stuff for change to occur. And this is, you said I was right on. I do think this has to do with a greater community somehow. And that's where the opportunities are coming from. We can have personal, individual failings like within a family, within a partnership that affects a greater situation. And I feel that whatever this personal experience was for you, it has affected how you move forward and how you face change in regards to what you're doing now. That's the best way I can wrap it up, Apple and Eve. I hope that makes sense. You make it sound like it does, so I hope so. I'm laughing too because I don't know that we've actually both been stuck like that at the same time.
Right. A part of me wants to say it was that interloper, but I don't think that's totally what it was.
That could have been a little bit, but no, I don't think so either.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
We're getting there, Sonali. Sorry, actually, you're very close. Just 2 away, Sonali. We're on Mohaha right now. Mohaha, I hope you stayed with us.
All right, so it's your turn, Mohaha.
Well, we got a half hour left, and I think we're going to fit everybody in or just go into a little overtime.
Or we'll keep them amused.
Holy moly, I'll tell you, that was kind of a interesting thing. But you're right. When we get a troll that stops into the chat, sometimes that can throw us off our game too, I will say.
Yeah, we got to watch for that.
Yeah. Grr.
We're luckier than some people are with the trolls. Knock on wood.
Oh, hey, you're very welcome. You're welcome, Apple and Eve. Well, it's always fun. You know? Even when I give bad news, I try to make it fun. Oh.
Like flow from progressive? Whether it's fractions or decimals, it's still fun.
Still fun. That commercial. I know, that's funny. All right, so Mohaha, second call. Hopefully you're writing your question. And after Mohaha, like I said, will be Angel Rivera, and then Sonali, then Estelle, and then Divine You, and then Marcia.
So, let's see. While we're waiting, we're about a week, maybe 8 or 9 days from the next modality, monthly modality message, which is our unique astrological reading that combines the modality energies with tarot. So check that out. That should be in a week or so. We'll be back on Thursday night. It's a little slower on Thursday nights, so you may have less waiting.
Oh my goodness. The other thing I want to say is that Halloween season is coming.
Oh, that's
We've got
right.
lots of plans we're cooking up. And you know, if anybody has been interested in the past, in our past life readings, usually around that time of year, those start coming up again, as well as some work with the ancestors. So, you know, stay tuned. And even some more things that Mr. O has got up his sleeve.
Right. I have some ideas to add a few cards here and there in my weekly Goth Tarot, but I may also do some little things in a special video that I'm going to do that's Halloween appropriate, and it'll be fun.
Mo has not returned, so I think we're going to move on to Angel Rivera.
All right.
And then after Angel Rivera will be Sonali, Estelle, Divine You, and Marcia. Oh, they came up again.
But they're hidden on my end. Are they hidden on your end?
They are, sort of, now. Oh, yeah, sure. Well, you know what? I'm going to use the rainbow deck for you, Angel. I like the backs. I think they're very, very nice. They shuffle well. Mr. O brought out my shiny crystal today.
I love the way that spins there.
I know. That's crazy. All right. Uh-oh. Well, Angel, you've got the Ace of Cups reversed. I don't know, why do I think that may have came up in a reading, or just there's been this disharmonious thing lately. Spirit is just saying people are still not happy, you know, and maybe that's been rubbing off on you, you know. Spirit is saying, you know, find the joy again in things. If people are going to be raining on your parade, you create your own joy, you know. Don't just expect others to be able to give it to you right now, because it's just not there.
Right. There are some troubled waters, but even so, sometimes you just have to look for the rainbow where you don't normally see it, like maybe reflected in the water. So even when, it's not as present as you think, there's still a way to maybe feel that energy and to realize that, you make the best difference for yourself.
Oh my gosh. Well, wait till you see this. I looked at the bottom card for you. It's the Ace of Wands upright. So how funny that. But what does that tell me? Is there really no joy in work right now? Have things been really kind of struggling? So, but the Ace of Wands is indicating that maybe that's going to change. Maybe there'll be a better push forward. Or the fact is that you're just going to have to create that joy for yourself there right now. Maybe that's what this is all about.
Right, because the wand here is the magician's wand, just as the cup is the magician's cup. And so perhaps the idea is that even if you don't have that sheer feeling about things, you do have the will to try to correct it.
Mr. O said the same thing when he saw that card.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say it now, too, and I thought, that would be so inappropriate. But so Oberonificant.
Here, pull first. Sorry, you should go first.
The hand holding it doesn't help.
It is a good sign that it is upright, absolutely.
Okay, so the mountains was first.
It's really interesting about
and the
that.
dog is second.
Well, let your social life get you through these difficult times. I really almost think that's what it's saying here. Because I feel that these are about your friends. Your friends can help you through these times of struggles. Have some good times besides the workplace, because I feel it's needed to overcome some of the just stress that's going on right now.
And it could also just indicate that there are others too who are feeling the same way, and so you should all support each other. Mountains are strong. They can support a lot.
Yeah. The other thing is that
Are you drawing a blank now?
no, I've been trying to figure out how to say it. I think blind, loyalty is fine, but loyalty alone is not going to help you through these struggles at work, So in other words, you just are going to have to create your own atmosphere of happiness there. I do feel the Ace of Wands is a positive sign that maybe things will start to shift and change. People will get back down to, the work at hand, and now I'm laughing, and it'll get better.
All right. And that's what we have for you.
That's what we have for you, Angel. Good luck with that. And Sonali, you are up. It's finally your turn. You wanted a message, divine message or spirit message for your elder sister. So why don't you go ahead?
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think it's to overcome what, and maybe it's just to overcome whatever is making people feel unhappy there, Hopefully things will turn around. It just seems like it's kind of a difficult beginning of the semester for you there.
All right, Sonali.
Sure, we'll do that.
Excuse me.
And you know what, Sonali? We're going to make your card the bottom card. How about that?
That's what I thought. You must have read my mind.
Well, we're on the same wavelength again, Mr. O. Just one more. All right. And Sunman has left the area for the moment.
For the moment.
I have all the room I need. Okay, we have the Five of Wands upright. There it is. I'm going to grab that, Mr. O. There's that Strength card again. Reversed. And then we have the Knave of Coins upright.
That's the page.
Right. Five of Wands is upright, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it seems like your sister might be going through some struggles right now. Is it with her health, or is it with some other area of her life, Sonali? I feel the divine is saying where she feels disempowered, you know, that she doesn't feel strong enough in some way to stand up for herself.
I think that's true. I think it's applying maybe to the area where she interacts with other people that are maybe her peers, her friends, or people like that, that there may be this idea that she's not able to keep up with them. I don't know if that's anything to do with illness or getting older.
Well, and if it is about her health, I will say that the Page of Coins is here, and I feel that there may be some good news soon, or some news coming to her that she needs to hear, whether it's about health really or otherwise, something that will help her move in a more growthful or positive direction.
Right, that's what the page means. I think
Hi,
this
Sonny.
is saying that maybe somehow
You're
a
back.
message will come to indicate that I don't see it really being resolved. I just sort of feel like maybe this is an invitation even, you know, to investigate this further. Like maybe somebody feels they can possibly offer something to help with her condition.
Bottom card for Sonali. It's the Three of Swords, but the Three of Swords is reversed. So it looks to me like things that have been causing you maybe some stress or sorrow, they're about to ease up for you a little bit here. They're about to ease up.
Situations maybe, if you are in fact separated in certain ways, distance most likely with your sister or with other people you are close to, this may change soon. Maybe there will be ways to kind of bridge the distance. In general, it is saying that things that maybe have hurt you in your heart or have made you feel lonely, those situations are going to move or change or resolve.
Let's do a couple Lenormand for your sister as well. Oh. Should let you go. You know me, I get grabby. No, I can't. Oh, that one came in.
I drew the child.
And I drew the moon. So, what does this mean? I feel as though success or positive things are going to happen, but they're going to come in stages for your sister. It seems as though nothing is going to happen overnight, that there's a step-by-step process going on here. Slow but sure and steady. You know, things are about to get better.
The moon is about cycles, and generally from this one we can say that this is cycling towards its fullness, which is increased healing and wellness in your sister's case. And I think that this is what it is saying too, is that it happens slowly in a cycle, but it will happen.
Hey, I am so sorry to hear that, Sonali, because
it will take a while.
You know, there's so many people with what they call long haul COVID, which, you know, means that you get finished with COVID, but you're not. That there's all these different effects that last. And
And that speaks directly with this card,
yes.
Strength Reversed, that this is a time where really you have to hold on to the strength as best as you can.
Or your sister does.
Your sister.
And the Knave of Coins indicates to me, though, that I feel like things may get better. Things look like they are going to get better in time. But, I wish I could tell you it was going to happen faster. But I feel whenever I see the child, it's kind of a slow progress moving forward. So it's not going to happen quickly, but at least take heart in the fact that it looks like positive change is going to be happening. So I wish you the best with that.
Our hearts and love
best
to you, Sonali.
Yeah.
We know it's got to be hard.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Hey, Acel, you are up. And after Acel is Divine You and Marsha.
You're welcome.
Well, take care. I'll feel so much better when this whole thing really starts to turn around, because, especially in America, there's just no turning around with this virus yet. Our numbers are up to 3,000 cases a day again in Michigan. Now, I'm having a doctor's appointment on Monday, and rest assured, I'm going to be asking them to clarify with me if I should be getting a booster or not, because
Yes,
I am uncompromised.
You are next, so go right ahead.
Yeah, go right ahead, Acel.
I know, it was a long time.
We finally made it to you. I guess my batteries need changing. The light went out, but the thing is still, the stuff is still moving.
Oh, dear.
That's okay. It's all right. I used old batteries from a different light for that.
Is it your deck?
Yes, it is.
You'll be up right after Acel.
Yeah, Divine You, you're coming up next after Acel. Which one? Oh, let's go back to the Dark Wood. Well, you came back at the right time, Divine You. Just one more in front of you. And then Marsha, and we'll call it a day.
All right.
Okay.
Who do you want to do your reading? That one with the two? Or how do you do that? Where you pull off cards until you get certain ones.
Well, I guess Acel is also asking if they know them, so I don't know.
Okay. It's
I
up
guess
to
we could do that as a yes/no. So yeah, let's try that.
Okay.
Let's see what we get.
All right, Acel.
Here. And Sonny has left the room again, but we know he'll be back again.
Yeah, I dread having to deal with any of that January girl and Sonali.
Well, it'll be a rough go for me if I get COVID, so I really am trying to avoid it as much as I can avoid it.
Which means we have to be hermits probably for another year or more.
Well, we are doing that witch's ball, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, that's right, I'm looking for a person card. And there it is. Okay, just because you got a female doesn't mean it's a female, but it's the Queen of Swords. This gives us an idea of the quality or the characteristics of the person who you will be your future husband. And I feel this person has a certain nurturing quality about them. They're very caring. They're very giving to others. And, that could be good. For the most part, that is good. But sometimes, they can overdo it. They're really so giving that they don't set limits for themselves. However, I think this queen kind of has it together. So this person could be an earth sign. And it seems as though somebody who is just very, very good with the way they manage money and resources. They may work in a
I think this is a person that this husband always likes to be busy, always likes to be working on projects, and is always thinking of things they can do that either beautify or enhance their surroundings or the environment in general. Maybe if they're working in an office, this person likes to have their office look a certain way. They're very specific about cultivating an atmosphere, and it's usually about expressing themselves in many ways. So they're a very expressive person, but they're very creative. And like Banshee said, all those things, a nurturing person. This would be a person who would take an interest in children, their children, things like that.
Yeah. Very nice start. Let's see what we get as the theme of the relationship here.
She will get a booster if you're asking about her.
No,
we're just waiting for that.
I was waiting to answer that, but here. The Hierophant reversed. We'll talk about that in a minute. I just want to answer January Girl's question. No, January Girl, I had emailed my doctors when they said boosters were available for the immunocompromised and cancer patients. And all of my foundation newsletters on my specific cancer said I should get a booster. But my doctor said, you don't qualify with us for a booster yet. And I'm like, what are they talking about? First off, I never got the first shots with them. I went somewhere else. I was just asking them if I should get a shot. So I just figure when I'm in the Zoom meeting, we're going to have a conversation. And I'm just going to say, look at, why would you say no to somebody with a blood cancer? It seems to me I should be getting a booster shot. So I'm going to find out for sure. But anyway, the Hierophant reversed for you, Acel, or this person in the relationship indicates, you know what? This might be a little bit of an unconventional relationship for a while. It seems like, if nothing else, I would say that your relationship is always going to be interesting, You're going to always be doing things that are different and unusual, and it will keep you guys, the interest in each other, going.
Well, one of the things I wonder about, because sometimes the Hierophant talks about the state of matrimony, the institution of marriage, and I'm almost wondering if maybe this is saying that maybe your marriage won't happen exactly right away, that there may be a process of you operating as a couple, as a partnership of some point or some faction without actually being married. But I don't see anything that says you won't be married. It's just that maybe, like Banshee says, it's either going to be somewhat unconventional, maybe for business reasons or other reasons. Each of you keep your own name and sort of create an idea that you're not married, that it's an appearance, although you are married. Do you see what I'm saying? That it may be sort of like the appearance of not being married when you are married, or waiting for some reason to do that.
Right, that very well could be, that's definitely a factor with this card. However, I also feel, like I said, that it could just indicate that, hey, you're going to always shake things up in your relationship. Maybe the idea is you might move from place to place with this person. Maybe you'll be doing a lot of travel. Maybe you'll have a lot of different hobbies or interests that you will be exploring. I just feel like this is showing a lot of variety in this relationship, in your interests and in what you do together.
Another word that comes out to me is non-traditional. So it could be that what happens within your marriage is that it looks or feels very non-traditional to other people. Maybe it will even feel that way to yourself, but it will in fact be a marriage.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to get one, January girl. Rest assured.
You too.
So let's see what else we can say about this relationship here. Okay, we have the Sun reversed, which indicates to me that a lot of times in this relationship, your relationship is going to feel like a work in progress. You know, relationships aren't always sunny, for want of a better word. Relationships are not always sunny throughout. They have their ups and downs, and you will have that. You know, you will definitely not have like the perfect happily ever after fairy tale marriage. But I don't think this means that the marriage will be unsuccessful because the Sun is reversed.
No, I don't think that. And I think that maybe with the Sun reversed, it could just be saying that there's a lot of things that you'll need to find out, hopefully together, that things are not discovered either about your relationship or about the conditions of it. So maybe some of it would apply to where you actually end up. You know, maybe it won't be clear that you're going to live in any one place, and so there may be a lot of things to find out in this marriage that are not clear before it happens.
I've got like about 20 runes in my hand. I did, but I dropped them because I wasn't picking any one.
Oh, but look at that. You got
look
the
at
ring.
that.
You got the ring. The ring.
Well, let's hope something good comes with that. Now the pressure's
better do
on
it
me.
now.
Thanks, Mr.
You better
O.
do it. Put it back. Oh. And the crossroads.
Well, that's an interesting thing. You know, as kind of neutral, so it makes me wonder. On one hand, it could indicate that, you know, you will finally, you know, how he talked about the unconventional marriage part here. You will finally find your ways to making a commitment with each other, is the first thing I see here. But also, this indicates to me, too, maybe this has to do with the Sun here, that, you know, in this relationship, there are going to be times that you question, you know, the direction your relationship and your commitment is going. Because there are going to be some difficult times. You just got to hang in there and weather them.
It seems to me like it's just mostly saying that although this happens and will happen, that there is that sense of unconventionalness, and maybe that's what the crossroads represents, that really when it happens, when it comes to you, it's just not expected, but it seems like it's the only thing that you could actually do.
So we're going to do a really, really quick yes-no for you just to see, Asel, if you know this person now. Because I didn't see anything in there that led me to believe.
No, nothing specific said yes or no about that. Hold on for one moment, because we want to find out if you already know them.
And then, Divine you can get your question ready, and then it'll be Marsha's turn. Thank you for sticking with us if you're still there, Marsha.
Ah.
It's the second time
Wow.
we have gotten a definite yes today. You know, it is possible you know them. If nothing else, maybe you have seen them and you might recognize them when they finally start connecting with you. It may be that you don't know them intimately, but it seems like they are in your sphere now, you know, whether it's at work, school, in your neighborhood, family connection. It seems like they are around you in some way. Working at the corner store, I'm just saying, you know, they're somewhere in your environment. I believe they are.
I think it's totally true. I think that they're not somebody that you are acquainted with to know their name. You haven't been introduced, however it might work culturally for you.
I think so too.
But I feel that they are somehow in the environment around you. So good luck.
Good luck with that, Asel. And
Whoa.
all right, Divine you are up.
All right, Divine.
And then
Marsha.
we have Marsha. Okay,
And then I don't
message
want that
my
done.
doctor, getting a referral from him for myself. Oh, for the shots, yeah.
Yeah.
General message.
We're
Okay,
just
we'll
talking
do.
about. Okay, great. Okay. And I'm going to use the 13 deck. I haven't used it at all, so I might as well use it now.
Uh-oh.
It's just
Hopefully
sort
it's
of
not
weird, that's all.
confusing.
Well,
Well,
that's never stopped us before. You're
didn't
welcome,
I mention,
Estelle.
Mr. O, you should look over your cards that you pick and make sure we can figure out what's what?
So we are officially moving into overtime. So anyone else that comes after this point, we cannot read for them. But we are still reading for you, Divine, and also Marcia, if they're still around.
You are welcome, Estelle.
Thanks for coming.
Well, this is a nice small deck, though.
I know.
like
I knew
it.
you would like it for that reason. Is this something I bought or you bought and gave to me?
I'm wondering.
I think I bought
you
it.
bought it.
I think I actually got it years ago at Isle of Avalon or somewhere like that.
Is that the one in Plymouth?
No,
I
that
think-
was in Royal Oak.
Oh.
But I'm not sure. You're right. Maybe it was the one in Plymouth.
Yeah.
That would be
Earthlore.
Earthlore.
Yep.
Oh, of course. Oh, you don't even have to thank us for that. Of course we would, Divine. All right.
Well, we're doing it for Marcia, too. It's not just you. So what do we
Four
got?
of Pentacles reversed.
Okay.
The Page of Pentacles upright. And then the Queen. Wow, they're all Pentacles.
Wow, Divine. It looks
The
like
Queen
business
of-
and money.
The Queen of Pentacles reversed.
Oh, is it reversed?
It is reversed.
Ah.
Well,
Looks like you're giving up something. The Four of Pentacles is reversed. You're letting go of something, some opportunity, or some opportunity to, or maybe some money even, I have to say. And what is that other one? What's upright?
that's the Page of Pentacles. Well, maybe what you
Go
could be
first. I want to think about this.
you could be considering that how you've looked at things happening, the patterning here, the expectations. You might be wanting to let go some of that and maybe just let it work the way it is. But the Queen of Pentacles reverse suggests that you have doubts, perhaps, that it's going to really work out for your benefit. Like you sort of, Divine, can't help yourself but want to be more in charge and pull strings or maybe say things or direct things. So part of that is just your demeanor in general. You're used to being in control, and I think that's a lot of what these pentacles are saying. So when you feel like you have to wait for that year to pass, some of those things, it bothers you a little bit, and maybe it makes you doubt yourself because it's an external that you're not controlling, and you sort of feel like you need to control some of these externals. And I'm not trying to be harsh at all. I'm sort of saying that with love. I hope you get that.
Well, it's interesting because I wonder if this isn't talking about that missed opportunity you had. You've had to let go of something. And so it almost seems like it's that opportunity. You've had to let go of that dreams of moving into a different area, where you felt you would be more comfortable or productive, or that there were more rewards for you from. And really, with the Page of Pentacles, I think the Page of Pentacles is indicating here that, this is going to happen. This is going to ultimately happen for you. The Page of Pentacles is showing something very positive. Some good news coming your way. It looks like in the realm of business or money. It looks very, very positive.
I agree.
Well, I want to pull this too because I want to see if it's really going to connect up with this. How it connects up with the cards. I just having problem. I got one. Oh. Maybe it's that kind of giving up.
news, right?
No.
Oh.
Yes and no. But gosh, divine you.
We have the Scythe, the Sith, and the Rider.
I really do feel this is talking about what you've been going through. Because look at here, we've got the Scythe, and of course the sharp end is Mr. Pointy there, is pointing at the rider.
Right, it curves to point towards him.
And so what I think this is saying is that you've had to cut back on your ability to move forward. You've had to accept that you can't, you've had to cut back on that goal of moving forward for now. I don't know why. You know, sometimes the cards just resonate to what's just happened in someone's life. And you ask for a general reading, and it just popped all of this right up that to me, I'm just intuiting fits right into what's been going on with you. And I think the takeaway from this is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is indicating here that all is not lost. Set your sights on the future, you know, and realize that there is a new opportunity awaiting you ultimately.
I always do feel that even though it should be more about prosperity, materialism, that this particular page is visionary. In most decks, he's just sort of envisioning, and maybe it's about prosperity. There's a blindfold there. Sometimes that's how people vision, by removing stimuli from that. So maybe this is saying to just remove some of those surface distractions and to let it happen. Because I also feel too that the Sith sort of says maybe it's pointing at something that's taking away from you, but it's also saying it's clearing away things too, to prepare for other things.
Right. You may be feeling that you have been blocked or cut off from, you know, a goal or desire. But I think the Page of Pentacles is saying it's only temporary. It's going to change.
The reverse Queen of Pentacles is only temporary, because when you have this much creative energy and abilities and a head for that, you can't keep you down forever.
That's really nice. Your son did that. That's really awesome.
In my family, we had to buy food for the family. The first paycheck, we went out for dinner. It might be a Chinese restaurant or something like that.
Well, I didn't know you back then. That's
and you
awesome.
didn't like Chinese food back then?
No, I pretty much didn't.
You
I
hadn't
hadn't experienced Chinese food in my upbringing, so yeah.
Your sheltered upbringing.
My sheltered life.
So,
all right, let's move on.
We have.
That's what we have for you. I hope that made some sense. And sorry, it just seems to be talking about what you just went through. But
in a way,
I think it wanted to tell you that don't worry. You know, ultimately, you're going to get there.
All right, Divine. Thank you.
Marcia, where are you? I hope you're here. It's your turn.
Did that sound familiar for some reason?
Oh, is that from the braid? I didn't mean that to happen.
But I believe you have to say 3 times. It's almost like you're summoning a ghost, maybe. Oh, hi, Marcia. Yes, I remember that. You're welcome, Divine.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting...
Wow, yeah.
I wonder how we should do this one. Let me think about this a minute, Marcia. That's a good question. Divine, you're very welcome. You are always welcome. The more emojis, the better. Well, how do we want to do this? Do we want to do this as 2 separate questions?
I think so.
I think we need to. So the first thing we're going to do is see if she's afraid that people are going to find out. Do you think we should do that as a yes/no?
Let's start with that as a yes or no.
Let's do that, and then let's do a 3 card for the other one.
All right.
All right, let's see what's going on here. We may have to qualify that one with a yes/no too. But hey, Marcia's been waiting a while, so we'll give you some stuff here, Marcia.
And thanks for waiting.
Here you go.
Alrighty.
Thank everybody for coming today. It's been a great show. Lots of readings and very interesting ones at that. Kind of lost it there with Apple and Eve. But I think we got the message across, but it was just unusually hard getting there.
Wow, it sounds like a lot of drama you don't need at your workplace.
Interesting.
So this one will be the yes or no.
Yes. We've had a couple interesting questions about relationships today along those lines. Sneaky stuff going on.
Didn't we just have a full moon recently? That's always perks the emotional settings. Yeah. I always dislike that in my workplace. Unless it's about somebody else. Like recently I heard some fascinating gossip about a former boss at a former place and how they're just really, well, it's about a relationship they probably shouldn't be having.
Well, it's interesting here. It's leaning towards no, but it's not a definite no. I bet, she probably is a little bit afraid, but let's talk about this. So the ace only indicates whether it's going to be a yes or no, and we only got one ace, so it's leaning towards no. But let's look at this here. There's the Four of Wands, which is upright. And there is the Five of Cups, and that is upright. So there is something here she's worried about. Is she worried about losing this relationship? Maybe. She probably doesn't want it exposed at work. I don't know if she's afraid about it or she's more afraid about possibly losing him, because this is a card of celebration and almost could indicate marriage, like she's hoping for this to get,
she might want that, but I get the feeling like maybe she thinks this person is more about the spirit of love than actually the practicality of love, i.e., well, look at them. They look like they're Pan the Piper. They're just sort of being a horny person. So maybe there's a feeling that she wants that person to be serious, but maybe deep inside she doubts that person would be serious. And that's reflected more so in here, too, that this is sort of transitory, that this is something that may not last the test of time.
I wonder if it's not going to last, too, because... And maybe she realizes that a little bit. She is disappointed about something.
So she's... Okay, it's very confusing to me.
Why?
I'm just going to ask, and I'm not judging, but okay, so you were involved with them, and then they got married, or they were married too?
Oh, he has a common law wife and women
that's what it
on
is.
the side.
So it's not
Got
a
it.
legal wife. Okay, got it. Thank you. And you said that last week too. I remember that.
Let me ask you this, Marcia, is to just be a little, is it an open relationship? Does the other person in the marriage know?
Horn dog. Look at those horns. Look at that.
Well, the card doesn't usually talk about that, Mr. O.
I know, I do.
So, I feel here, this person is very disappointed in something. This woman, it's not the guy, it's the woman. She's very disappointed in something, whether it's losing, maybe it's a matter of feeling of losing respect, but she's losing something, or she feels like this is doomed to fail, and that there's not going to be this happy ending here. But I don't know if she's that worried about exposure. According to this, it's leaning towards no. But I want to do the other part of this.
My feeling is that she sort of has an idea what she has, but maybe she thinks that since there's nothing legal there, that means all's fair, that maybe she would eventually be able to convince him to move with her. These things never work out. We all know
they
that,
get messy. They really do.
And I see that Nikki has shown up in the chat.
Oh, boy. Well, hey, Nikki, we're into overtime right now, so we might.
We'll do one quick one for you right after this if you can give us a few moments.
But it's going to take a few minutes to get through this one, so try to hang in there. But that's definitely the last reading. Anybody else show up, we have to turn you away. All right, now, Marcia, we're going to do the other part of this, and that was... Is she afraid myself will figure out there? Is he trying to expose? Let's just take a look at some of his motivations and what's going on.
Yeah, because I guess my way of thinking is that would be a way of forcing her to drop him, and then he still has the common law and any other women he has. You're welcome, Nikki. We'll get to you in a little bit. And he's a Scorpio, right? Oh, that's so Scorpio.
It is so Scorpio.
Don't look at me that way.
Not my Scorpio. Oh, silly man. Shuffle those cards and think.
Okay.
Well, let's see. I love it. The Ten of Wands, upright. Look at this. The Five of Cups upright has come up for him too. I find that interesting. And we have the Hanged Man. So this is about whether he is trying to expose the relationship. Let's just say this. I wonder if he is, because right now I feel this Ten of Wands, maybe he's starting to feel, I'm sure he gets a real rise out of having all these women around him. But you know what? It can be burdensome. It can be too much. And maybe he's realized here that he's bitten off a little bit too much more than he can chew. And so I wonder if the possibility exists that he's really trying to think about now maybe kind of eliminating some of the people that he is involved with.
Which would be the hangman, because it's about giving up things,
right,
making a sacrifice.
Changing his perspective. And let me make this clear. This does not make him a better person per se, but this is just saying that maybe right now he realizes that things are getting even a little bit too complicated even for him. It may be good for his ego, but it's starting to wear on him.
Well, it could imply more than that too, because the thing is, Marcia, is that if he's having this situation with a coworker, and you knew him too, and there may be other women and also a common law, maybe all of those other people have points of connection too, other people that know that they're involved in a relationship with a narcissist and a liar, and this could all blow up on him, and maybe he is starting to realize he needs to figure that out. But that doesn't mean it's a good thing.
Yeah, let's take a look here. I think this is going to really kind of tie it together when you look at that Five of Cups. I want to point out here with Mr. O holding it. These cups spilled over may be the things he has to let go of. These cups that remain indicates that he's not getting rid of everybody. So he, in fact, might be trying to expose the relationship or make her feel uncomfortable so that she'll leave on her own, possibly? Maybe?
Right. It is kind of a scorpionic thing for somebody to sort of be set up and do their own dirty work for them. Mm-hmm. So it could be that he's creating these situations so that people will just by attrition leave him, and maybe that's a cycle with him. I mean, I don't know too much more about it, but maybe every so many relationships they cycle through and then people go away, but then new ones show up. I don't know.
Well, and you know what? Since they both had the Five of Cups in their reading, I can see this as going one of two ways. Either she is going to dump him, or she's going to realize she's losing him, because that's kind of what I said in that reading and what I saw there. Or he's going to do it, or he's going to realize, if she dumps him, he's going to be accepting the loss because he has things on the side. It's no loss to him ultimately, right? You know? Let's draw the Lenormand on these, yeah. Oh no, I don't want to see it till I pull my... Oh God, this one. Wow.
Here's the second.
Holy moly.
The fox and the heart.
You know what? He is a dog.
He's a dog.
I'm just saying that he plays around with emotions here. The fox is sneaky. He's crafty in areas of the heart. He is not... and he probably thinks his poop doesn't stink. He probably is very attractive, or at least in his own mind.
You said that before because I asked you.
Yeah, so I feel
Scorpio
here
thing.
he's a player. He is definitely a player. So things might be getting a little complicated and he wants to unload for now, but let's just say his modus operandi is not changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sort of feel this is a person that lives in the scorpion well of lust. You know, Scorpios have a lot of the physical thing going on, but they should be able to be better than that. And when they get stuck in their life, you know, Scorpios can easily have sexual addictions or other addictions, which you're talking about.
Yeah. Wow, Marcia. This was a very interesting reading. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for staying.
Thanks for letting us have this window into your life, because
maybe it's not what you wanted to hear, or maybe it at least confirms some things for you.
But we do get involved in our readings because we like this. It's a vicarious thrill for us. You know, we don't know exciting people necessarily.
Vicarious thrill? I don't know that I get a thrill out of it, but what
I
I do
do.
get... He's a Scorpio. What can I say? But I enjoy having people try to think it out as we read to them. You yourself will know how to make sense of what we've told you, you know? So feel free to rewind and re-look at the reading and think about what this might mean for you. Because sometimes you may see something that we don't there. So perfectly
And certainly
valid.
come back and tell us more or ask us other questions.
All right, so who do we have now? It is Nikki. Come on and ask your question, Nikki. Thanks for joining us.
Well, you know, we can do a personal. Just go ahead and order that at our website, or you can talk to us through Gmail or elsewhere.
Yeah, you know, drop us a line on Gmail because, I mean, a lot of the readings on our website may not fit your particular needs or questions, and we can custom things for you. So, you know, and we're very reasonable. Even if we custom a reading, if it's a 5, a 6 card reading, whatever, or we're spending X amount of time for you, we have set prices we have for that.
We have some of the best prices around.
Absolutely.
And we have decades of experience. And we brag a lot.
Take care, Divine You.
Bye, Divine. Thanks for coming.
Nikki, where are you? Go ahead and type your question.
I just put it in there. It's TFT Tarot for Today at Gmail. I'm going to put it in again just in case it rolled past you.
Oh, thank you, Marcia. We appreciate it. We like what we do.
We
I'll
do.
just
We
put
do
it
like
that
it.
way.
Okay, Nikki, are you still
Last
around?
call for Nikki. I don't know if Nikki has left us.
Because we will leave ourselves.
I hate to leave them hanging because I always like
Well, we
when
told
somebody
you.
new
We
pops
said-
in. Thank you, Marcia. You know, I always say we get the occasional troll in our chats, but I always say we have the best people that come to our live streams. We really, really appreciate it.
Some of the folks that are here are also readers, and they offer us advice, or they throw in another comment that kind of helps.
And
We're just like one big happy
some of our
family.
people have been with us, you know, that come to our chats for almost the 2 years we've been here. So it's very, very heartening.
All right.
Well, I guess that's it.
Did you post it? I don't think I saw it.
Oh,
Let's take
there.
a look.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I'll go look. Actually, I don't see the question, Nikki. Try again.
Could you go ahead and post again? I'm going to look just to make sure.
Yeah, no, I went up to the hello part, so unless it was before that. Sometimes the chat does funny things. You're not the first person that's happened to. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it now. Does he
Correct.
love you? Okay.
It's your deck.
It is?
Yes. Davidas.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
I thought I used my deck for Marches.
Didn't we use this one?
No.
So, oh, that's right. It was for Divine.
Well,
that's
I'm
okay.
shuffling
You're
now.
getting a 2 for...
It's okay.
It is.
All right, so Davidas, does Davidas think about you? Does he love you? Let's see what's going on with Davidas in general right now. Let's do that first, and we may qualify that with a yes/no after.
You're welcome.
Shuffle. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. I just wanted to see what it was. Wow, 2 sixes. That's very interesting. Okay, we have the 6 of Swords reversed. We have the 6 of Wands upright. And then we have the 5 of Wands upright. Well, I will say this about Davidas. I feel like there's competing interests in his life right now, and this could be in the romance department. There could be, he may think of you, but I think he's got his mind on someone or maybe more than one person right now.
I feel mostly the same way, that there's something competing. It may not necessarily be another relationship, but it might be interactions with other people or situations. It may be that there's something that makes him want to return and look again, try to get a fresh look at a situation that maybe he thought was over. It could be about a person. It just could be about a phase of his life. It may be connected to the idea that he was trying to accomplish something and he felt that maybe it was mixed results. Maybe this is what's pulling him away at this point, that he's just sort of thinking about whether there's more for him to discover with that.
Yeah, I don't know if this is really talking much about his feelings for you, but the one thing I would say is that nothing is happening there right now. It looks as though there's no movement. There's kind of a stop. So it's possible that from that I can deduce that he's not at the moment thinking about you, because he has his mind on, I almost feel like he's pursuing somebody else out there.
It could be that. It could be that he's just pursuing another agenda. Maybe it is about accomplishments, but it could clearly be about another relationship that he's moving ahead with. So it may be that you're not very present in his thoughts, or maybe you're thinking he's thinking that you're somebody that's generally around him, but that he doesn't see you at this point as maybe somebody that's that's really serious competition.
Well, and I could go with what Mr. O is saying a little bit here. It is possible, Nikki, that there are other things in his life right now that are taking precedence, and it could be business, it could be financial. But, I was thinking about it in terms of feelings for you, and I just wonder if there's not somebody else that he is focusing on right now. And this is a card of victory and conquest in a way, the Six of Wands, and that's why I think, and this is the card of competition, and that's why I thinking he's pursuing something else that's really got his interest right now.
It may be a relationship, it may just be something else that's important to him.
Oh, he was in another relationship.
Right.
But I mean, okay. Well, don't abandon hope on Davidas, because I feel here the book is here with the bouquet, and the book indicates that you're going to find out something. You are going to find out something that will bring you joy. So if you are looking for it's possible you might get a sign soon that might reflect that there is hope here. Maybe he's not thinking about you right now, but I do feel like something may tip you off in the near future that this is changing. I don't know why.
I almost wonder that it suggests that you might find he has sent a gift to you, or that he is giving you a gift, or that he is thinking sweet thoughts about you in some way.
So now you're saying he is thinking of her. So that's why I want
Well, this is the reality. This is what we think could be happening, more of an esoteric thing. The reality could be that maybe something is going to happen.
Well, that's what I was going to say is I don't know that his thoughts are on you right now. So it might be for the foreseeable future, things are going to be slow going, But I think there's a possibility that in the future this is going to change. There's some reason for hope here and happiness. The bouquet is a very positive card.
I should clarify, I didn't really think this was really right now or very soon.
All right.
But I do think it is coming, this idea that maybe you find out he is thinking of you. Maybe it's in a month or two, maybe it's longer, maybe it's less long.
Yeah, because the one thing that's holding me back here is this card right here, the Six of Swords. It's reversed, and it's indicating that there's no movement right now towards you. And to me, since we're talking about is this person thinking of you, I would say no. And I would say that he is distracted by other things right now. Whether he still has feelings or thoughts about the relationship he was in, or whether he is pursuing something else at this time, there's something else going on here.
Right, and I don't know which way the age difference goes. I feel that maybe he's the older person, and so then it means you would have to wait possibly for his interest.
Well, I think too that maybe, Nikki, this is like a work in progress. I would wait another month. I would give this a month. And if nothing's happening, check with us again. I mean, you could ask other questions about him in the interim, but I think this is going to need a little time to germinate still and see what direction this is taking. This is giving me some hope that things will change, but not immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at least that's what the cards are telling us today. So I hope that gives you some idea, anyway, where things stand at the moment. Because the tarot is like that sometimes. The tarot is really, what are the trends saying right now, right at this moment in time? And a week from now, a month from now, things are going to shift and change. So I'd give it a little time to germinate.
Tarot always seems to respond to what we think first, and we always think of different things eventually, especially when we receive new information.
That's good that he's nice to you, and I sense that like I said, there's some positive elements here. Things
Yeah.
could change, definitely. But he's got to focus. He's got to change his focus because I feel his focus is on other things right now. So that's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that, Nikki.
So
and
thanks
thanks for
waiting.
stopping in. Appreciate it. All right, so that's our show today, everybody. And whoa, we are in a half-hour overtime again.
Oh,
So thanks, everybody, for making it an interesting show today. And we'll see you here if you make it Thursday nights. We're here Thursday nights from 7 to 9 p.m.
Let's show that
Eastern
on the schedule.
Standard Time. And
You're
don't
welcome.
forget, if you just want a single card, positive message from Spirit, we're here on Saturday mornings from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to uplift you. And Sundays we'll be back again. So come back and join us. We have a lot of fun on this show. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.